causes hallucinations and sounds to occur while meditating? If you go on any online forum about meditation, you'll see some posts such as, "On very rare occasions I start hallucinating during meditation." Or, "Does anybody experience hallucinations, replay memories, and imagery during meditation?" Or, "Does anyone here experience visual hallucinations while meditating?" Or, "I experienced a few moments where my whole body started to vibrate. Thoughts?" So seeing or hearing strange things while meditating actually seems pretty common. So what's the explanation for it? In my years of meditation and running a meditation website and exploring meditation forums and stuff like that, I have come across a few possible explanations, such as the meditator's third eye is opening to a higher plane. The meditator's kundalini is rising, causing visions. The meditator's body is naturally producing DMT. The meditator is about to leave their body via astral projection. Demons are infiltrating the meditator's mind, trying to possess them. The mind uses those sounds and visions to distract the meditator from what they're currently focusing on. Or the meditator is one step closer to achieving nirvana, samadhi, or enlightenment. Those explanations seem a tad outlandish, especially if you don't believe in any of those things. In my opinion, there is a much simpler explanation as to what can cause hallucinations or hearing sounds during meditation. The meditator is falling asleep. That's kind of underwhelming compared to some of the more outlandish explanations, but let me make my case and then you decide. Let's talk about the hypnagogia state. The hypnagogia state, it's a transition state between being awake and being asleep. You're in the process of falling asleep. During this state, you can experience all kinds of crazy hallucinations, being auditory or visual, from not clear to completely vivid. So sight is one of the most reported things while being in the hypnagogia state. They can range from just seeing squiggly lines here and there to full-blown landscapes. Also, a hallucination of seeing to move through a tunnel is also reported as well. Now, I personally have never experienced vivid hallucinations while meditating or even while falling asleep, but some people have. I know someone who has reported seeing a tiger in a landscape while meditating once. Another thing that can happen during the hypnagogia state is the Tetris effect. So the Tetris effect is basically when you go out onto a boat or onto a wave pool and you go up and down all the time, and then you leave the boat or the wave pool and you still feel going up and down all the time. That's basically what the Tetris effect is, except when you're falling asleep. Any repetitive task can trigger the Tetris effect, be it jumping on a trampoline, to working 8 hours, scanning stuff over a conveyor belt as a cashier. I personally have not experienced the Tetris effect while meditating, but I most certainly have while trying to fall asleep, usually after a day out on the boat or jumping on a trampoline. Hearing sounds is another hallucination that can appear during the hypnagogia state. Now, it can range from just hearing static to random pops here and there to hearing your name being called out in the middle of the night. I have experienced that one, and little me was very terrified of it. But no, it's just your body falling asleep. Another thing that can happen during the hypnagogia state is sleep paralysis. That is when your body falls asleep, but your mind is awake. You're basically trapped in your body. Sleep paralysis is basically a defense mechanism so you don't act out your dreams. Now, during sleep paralysis, you obviously can't move your body. You may also experience tingles or vibrations, or you may feel like there's a presence somewhere else in the room or something creepy like that. Some people, they report seeing an old hag sitting on their chest or some kind of demon floating around somewhere. Now, I am lucky enough not to have experienced sleep paralysis ever. I know people who have, and some of them, they just like, oh, I'm paralyzed, and they go back to sleep. But other people, especially who look on some of the sleep paralysis forums, such as Reddit's r/sleep paralysis, there are some very creepy stories there. Just remember, if you do end up in sleep paralysis, it's not real. Anything you see is not real, it's your mind playing tricks on you. That's obviously easier said than done if there's a demon staring at you, but Remember, it's not real, and it should hopefully go away. And so that's the hypnagogia state. Now, a lot of those things sound a lot like what people see while meditating. Visions, sounds, vibrations, they all match with what is going on in the hypnagogia state. Therefore, I argue that if you're seeing a lot of visualizations, or you're hearing sounds, or your body's vibrating while meditating, you're probably falling asleep, or at least your body is. There's no demons flying around while your body vibrates, and your third eye may not be opening up. Your body is just falling asleep. Now, that being said, it's not saying that the other explanations aren't possible. I personally just don't believe in them, and you can form your own opinions based on what your beliefs are. So you're seeing visualizations and you're hearing sounds. What are you to do while meditating? Should you stop? Actually, no. Even for the more outlandish explanations for why visualizations and sounds happen during meditation, the instructions are the same. The hallucinations, they're a distraction to distract you from what you're currently focusing on while meditating, be it your breath or a mantra or whatever. When you see something, you may be like, oh, this is cool, and then you'll focus on that instead of returning to your object of meditation, such as your breath. So what you need to do is, when you see a hallucination or you hear a hallucination, is to just return to what you're focusing on for your meditation. It's interesting. Different backgrounds, different techniques, different explanations as to why you see hallucinations, and they all go back to the same instruction. Just return to what you're focusing on. I just find that very interesting. And so that's the end of this video. If you experience hallucinations or sounds while meditating, hopefully this provides at least another possible explanation as what could be happening to you. And remember, even if you experience hallucinations, return to the object of your meditation. Don't let the mind distract you. Until next time, folks, happy meditating. Not to be the stereotypical YouTuber, but if you liked that video, please hit the like button and consider giving us a subscribe. It's the best way to support us. And don't forget to visit our website, meditationenthusiast.org. And until next time, folks, happy meditating.